Okay, let me use an analogy. I like using a swimming analogy because it allows me to put it into the context of like you as an individual. Um, and also connecting through to like business OKRs. I'm going to use OKRs. Some companies don't use OKRs, but you would have some kind of goal and objective set
That
by
they
the
all
business.
should know where they're going, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. The strategy ultimately. So let's say I'm going to pick on you, Jeremy. Let's say you had a specific objective to become the fastest person to swim one length of Olympic-sized swimming pool. Um, so this is where there's progression there, right? You might have an initial objective just to be able to swim one length, right? In general, and then that might grow to increasing your time, and then your holistic vision might relate to that swimming, being the fastest swimmer for one length of an Olympic-sized swimming pool, right? So you've got your objective, that's clear, and the key result for that higher level mission, that's quite clear as well, because there is a current world record that you can strive to achieve, right? So we can have a nicely formed OKR. The objective, to become the fastest person to swim one length of an Olympic-sized swimming pool, as measured by the key result, which is the current world record. Um, um, we can then form some goals around that, various initiatives, and we can have corresponding KPIs, key performance indicators. The idea being that you put these goals in place with these performance indicators against the goals, so that if you achieve that, if you follow those tasks and you achieve that, then it enables you to ideally hit this objective, right? Now, if we didn't have impact, if we didn't have any focus on impact, which is quite common in existing growth frameworks, right? You might achieve these objectives and then what happens, right? So let's look at that example. Jeremy, well done. You're now the fastest person to swim one length of an Olympic-sized swimming pool, right? So if we stop there, typically the way that our human nature works is, okay, great, I've done this thing. What do I get, right?
Yep.
Where's my reward, right? And at that point, that's why a lot of growth frameworks tend to be focused on that extrinsic rewards. I've done this thing. I've hit these tasks at this next level. Where's my promotion and pay rise, right?
Yeah. What's in it for me?
Exactly, right? That's the challenge, right? But what happens when you put impact on top, right? When I talk about impact, I'm meaning the effects of what you've just achieved on people, right? Impacting people. So let's go back and Jeremy, well done. You're now the fastest person to swim one length of an Olympic-sized swimming pool, right? And look at how you've impacted your friends and family who have supported you throughout this journey, right? And they've been your cheerleaders, and the sense of pride that they feel, right? Look how you've impacted the next generation that have witnessed what you've done and are now inspired to get into a swimming pool, right? Look how you've impacted your training team that you hired. So they've ultimately helped you achieve what you've just achieved. So your impact on their brand and reputation, right, and the opportunities that they have going forward. Look at the impact that you've made on yourself, your own personal brand and reputation, your own opportunities to do more, make further impact, like write a book about what you've just achieved, right? And how you've impacted your competitors. They've now witnessed what you've done, seen that it is possible to beat a world record, and they're now inspired to beat yours, right? How you've impacted your sponsors and their reputations and all that sort of stuff as well from
I love
what
it.
you've just achieved. So putting that focus on impact to people, it does two things, right? It gives you that deep sense of purpose and value that you're bringing and the tasks that you're doing and the objectives that you're achieving. By putting that visually on impact to people, you're getting that intrinsic motivation, right? It's also enabling you to capture the data around making the impact on people and evidencing it away so you can take it into those conversations for the extrinsic rewards as well, which makes those conversations much easier. It's not about, I've done this task, right? It's about, here's the impact that I've made across these different levels, have impacted me personally, have impacted my team,